Well, after Jacqueline Fernandez and Nora Fatehi, yet another Bollywood diva now in the ED crosshairs essentially. Actor Aishwarya Rai, the daughter-in-law of Amitabh Bachchan, the wife of Abhishek Bachchan, has landed at the ED office in Delhi hours after she was summoned by the probe agency. Aishwarya had sought adjournments on 2 occasions earlier. The plea of adjournment was made to the special investigation team probing the Panama Papers. Rai's husband Abhishek Bachchan was also recently summoned for questioning by the ED. Summons to Aishwarya and Abhishek were issued under the FEMA or the FEMA. The case is being probed by the SIT consisting of officers from the ED, the income tax and other agencies. Summons pertain to the Panama Papers 2016 expose in which unprecedented leak of 11.5 million files. The documents expose how the rich exploit secretive offshore tax regimes. After other celebrities were exposed in the Panama Papers list includes Aishwarya Rai's brother and parents, Amitabh Bachchan and even Ajay Devgan. Aishwarya Rai being grilled by the Enforcement Directorate in connection with the Panama leaks, and after the other actors, in fact, who've been in the crosshairs of the ED for different reasons altogether, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, the daughter-in-law of Amitabh Bachchan, has landed at the ED office in Delhi. She had been summoned by the probe agency. She had sought adjournments on 2 occasions earlier. Remember, the plea of adjournment was made to the special investigation team probing the Panama Papers. Monisha is getting us more details on that big story. Monisha, just give us an idea of how bad things are getting for Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, because she'd been summoned even earlier by the ED, and what they really found in terms of evidence against her, at least preliminary evidence.
Yeah, well, Sneha, certainly today's questioning of Aishwarya Rai is going to be very important, because earlier twice she was summoned but she sought adjournment. This time she has appeared before the Enforcement Directorate physically, and we have been given to understand is that her questioning has just begun at the Jamnagar office of Enforcement Directorate in National Capital. Now, as far as the evidence is concerned, remember in 2005 May, there was a company incorporated in British Virgin Island, the Tax Haven, and the share capital of that company was $50,000 US. Now, at that point of time, Aishwarya Rai, apart from along with her family members, brother, father, they were the directors of the company. But after 3 months, in June 2018, the directorship changed of Aishwarya Rai and she became shareholder, and after 3 years in 2008 the company suddenly became inactive. Now, what ED and Income Tax Department, because also it is important to point out that this is a multi-agency probe in Panama paper leaks in case of Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. So there, apart from ED and Income Tax, there are other agencies involved, and today's questioning is going to be important because certainly there are certain financial transaction details of which is available with ED and IT officials. Based on those financial details, transactions, Aishwarya Rai will be questioned. Now, there are two basic angles which the ED is probing at that point of time, 2 basic allegations. One is violation of FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, whether there was any monetary transaction between India and that foreign entity where Aishwarya Rai Bachchan was director, and if there was any transaction, then there was any approval from RBI or not. If there was no approval, then it was violation. So first is that. Second is, was there any tax evasion on the money which Aishwarya Rai was earning? So these are certainly going to be important, and today's questioning is going to be a long questioning of Aishwarya Rai. Earlier, Abhishek Bachchan was summoned by the ED. It is not clear whether he was questioned then or not, but certainly today Aishwarya Rai is being questioned as we speak. Sneha.
Also, give us an idea about the role of a mother in all of this, their alleged involvement. What are your sources within the ED indicating? Munish.
Yeah, well, as far as the investigation is concerned, ED is going through the paper leaks, the Panama paper leaks, and the documents which they have received. According to those documents, directors of that company, the British Virgin Island registered company, was Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, father, mother and brother. Now, these people were then the director of the company. If you are a director then you certainly have certain role in the financial transaction. There was a board meeting also in Dubai. There are reports that these board meetings were attended by the Aishwarya Rai and her family members. So those board meeting details are also available with the Enforcement Directorate and IT officials. Based on those details, they will be questioned. So as far as their role is concerned, Aishwarya Rai may have turned from director to a shareholder, but certainly there were certain financial transactions, and that is why when Aishwarya Rai has appeared today, she has come with a bunch of documents, bunch of financial documents, her bank account details, her details of that company, particularly that company. So those details are with Aishwarya Rai, but on the other side, these are the investigative agencies which are having the first-hand documents, not only from the foreign countries but also through the paper leaks. They have those documents, and after going through the documents, they decided to summon her. Twice she sought adjournment. Today she has appeared, and certainly this is a very, very important, important questioning as far as this entire investigation against Aishwarya Rai and others in Bachchan family involved, because Amitabh Bachchan and Abhishek Bachchan are also under scanner of probe agency in Panama paper leaks.
Yes, be with us, Munish. In fact, for our viewers, and Munish will take us through the details of that as well. Munish, walk us through what exactly is the Panama Papers leak. Remember, viewers, the ED has been probing this matter since 2016, and Aishwarya Rai Bachchan's name has appeared along with the name of others as well. Munish, take us through the names of other prominent people also whose names have been doing the rounds, and the ED, like I said, has been probing this since 2016.
Yeah, well, as far as these Panama paper leaks is concerned, remember it came into light in 2016 when certain documents were given by certain individuals to some media houses. Those media houses, after going through the documents, they decided to publish those documents. When those documents came into light, then it was found that at least more than 400 wealthy individuals belonging to India, residents of India, were also having these foreign companies, mostly registered in foreign tax haven like British Virgin Island. Now those 400 individuals also included certain celebrities like Amitabh Bachchan, Abhishek Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, Ajay Devgan, and many more. There were politicians also. The basic allegations was that these foreign entities were nothing but they were the shell companies, because the individuals, the wealthy and rich individuals of India, they were moving their money from India to these foreign countries, and it was basically done to evade taxes in India. So basic allegation was tax evasion. The second allegation was that there was some movement of financial transaction from India to a foreign country, and as per law, as per the Indian law, if you are moving any money from India to foreign country, or even if there is transaction between a foreign entity to an Indian entity or Indian individual, then you have to have permission from Reserve Bank of India. These are RBI guidelines. So there were two violations based on which the investigation was initiated by the current government in 2017. Now this was a multi-agency probe. There were officers from Enforcement Directorate, from Income Tax Department and other investigative agencies. So one by one they are going through these these individuals, these companies, and after that many people have been questioned, many businessmen have been questioned by the Enforcement Directorate and IT officials earlier. Now as far as this particular case is concerned, this is one of those leaks in Panama Papers. It was about 2005, a company incorporated in British Virgin Island with a share capital of $50,000 US. And at that point of time, Aishwarya Rai, her name was written as A. Roy. It was not Aishwarya Rai. So A. Roy was the initial name, and then there were family members of Aishwarya Rai, based on which they decided that A. Rai is no one else but Aishwarya Rai. The allegation has been denied by Aishwarya Rai earlier, but ED and income tax officials found certain financial transaction based on which the investigation is going.
Yes, and that's the reason why they've summoned her, and that's the reason why she's appearing today. Munish, thanks for getting us up to speed with that. Well, in talking about this, a political twist has emerged with regards to the summons of Bollywood diva Aishwarya Rai Bachchan and Abhishek Bachchan. Congress leader Karti P. Chidambaram took pot shots at the BJP, stating that he said that Aishwarya was being summoned because Amitabh Bachchan refused to be part of a propaganda campaign by the BJP, calling the summons a witch hunt. Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut has also hit out at the BJP, saying that Aishwarya was summoned because Jaya Bachchan represented the Samajwadi Party. Summons pertain to the Panama Papers 2016 expose, in which unprecedented leak of 11.5 million files took place. The documents expose how the rich exploit secretive offshore tax regimes.
I think the ED has got a little bit of a Bollywood fetish. They have just recently summoned Jacqueline Fernandez. I think they're going one step above and now calling Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. I don't know whether Mr. Senior Bachchan has refused to participate in any propaganda video for the government. But I've been told that Aishwarya's mother-in-law, Jaya Bachchan, wore a red cap very recently. So that could be the provocation.
ED notice has been sent to none other than Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. What is your take on it?
जया बच्चन जी का गुस्सा उसको बच्ची के ऊपर मत जया जी यहाँ आकर हमारे साथ लड़ाई लड़ती है, हमारे साथ संघर्ष करती है, हमारी वकालत करती है। ये लड़ाई बच्चों तक घर तक मत लेके सरकार से कल बच्चन साहब के और जया बच्चन जी के पोती पोतों को भी नोटिस भेजेंगे, जैसे हमारे घर में भेजते हैं। ये सरकार का कोई भरोसा नहीं।